So the different branching types, we have three. We have agnostic. So what agnostic means is that it's not aware of the branch. It is across all branches, and that can be at the object level. So for example, if you say your devices are agnostic, when you create a device, for example, it'll be shared across all branches. We have some core schemas that use this. An example of that would be branches. When you create a branch in Infrahub, it is an agnostic object and you see it across all branches. We have aware. Aware is the ability to have different data in different branches, so that isolation. They're aware that they are localized. And then we have local, the branch type local, and that is any data that is created within a branch. When that branch is merged, that data is not merged back into main. I've personally not needed that for anything so far. So maybe Damien can highlight what local was used for.
The primary use case when we created it was actually the way we track the commits in the Git, because every time there's a merge, there's actually the commit changes and everything. We didn't want to carry over the commit necessarily from one branch to the other, because we would always resync with Git. So that was the reason. And in other places, like if there's value that always gets recomputed anyway, then we would treat them as branch local to make sure that we're not creating unnecessary conflict. Like the attributes that are being modified by everybody all the time, then they will otherwise create conflict if you want to try to merge them. That would be one way to avoid that.
I can see another purpose is that, let's say you had a large generator that generated a lot of data and you maybe wanted to keep some of that data within an object for a short amount of time for maybe reviewing purposes or temporary storage of that data rather than in memory, for example. You could then access the database, and then when it's merged and the branch is deleted, it's just gotten rid of. That's another use case I thought of it earlier as like a temporary storage within your branch.
That's a really good one.
You could do things like store JSON in a JSON field temporarily or whatever you need, and then after a branch is merged, it's just discarded. So they're the three types: agnostic, aware, and local.